Top List presents 5 Most Unbelievable Snipers, Part 2. Number 5. Ted Gundy. Over 60 years ago, Ted Gundy fought in World War II's Battle of the Bulge, which is considered one of the most defiant clashes in the U.S. Army history, and the largest battle ever fought by U.S. troops. In 2011, the veteran sniper was given the chance to show off his skills by using a 1903 A4 replica sniper, the same he used in the war and had not seen since 1944. Despite a 66-year gap without using the gun, he had no problem picking off the target at 300 yards, with all 3 shots hitting the target. It was then that the officers taught him how to use the Army's modern Remington 700 and explained how a 1,000-yard shot can be achieved. It was one of the nicest things to ever happen in my life, said Mr. Gundy, holding back the tears after the experience. Number 4. Mike Plumb. Mike Plumb was a SWAT sniper. One day his unit was called to the scene of a suicidal man. The man was sitting in the middle of the street with a snub-nosed revolver pressed to his chin. Every time police approached, the man became agitated. Instead of taking the man down, Plumb's command ordered him to shoot. Before you jump to conclusions, he wasn't ordered to shoot the man. Plumb was ordered to shoot the man's gun, which was barely larger than a human's hand. Somehow, Plumb was able to line up the shot from over 500 yards away and shatter the man's revolver while he was still holding it. Number 3. Steve Reichert. On April 9, 2004, U.S. Marine Corps Staff Sergeant Stephen Reichert and his spotter crawled on top of abandoned oil storage tanks in Lutafiya, Iraq, to provide coverage for a squad of fellow Marines. When the squad suddenly fell under attack by insurgents, Reichert noticed 3 enemy soldiers sneaking around the back of a nearby building in an attempt to ambush his comrades with a large machine gun. So he aimed into the brick wall where he thought the men were and fired. All 3 of the men dropped. Reichert armor-piercing round penetrating the wall and killed 1 man and likely wounded the other 2 with bullets and brick fragmentation. During this same engagement, Reichert also eliminated an Iraqi machine gunner who was pinning down the squad of Marines from a distance of 1,614 meters or 1,765 yards. Number 2. Pavlochenko. In June 1941, 24-year-old Pavlochenko was in her 4th year of studying history at Kiev University when Germany began its invasion of the Soviet Union. She had the option of becoming a nurse, but refused. "I joined the army when women were not yet accepted," she would later say. There, she became one of 2,000 female snipers in the Red Army, of whom about 500 survived the war, and achieved celebrity status when her confirmed kills during World War II were revealed to be at 309, including 36 enemy snipers. After the war, Pavlochenko was sent to Canada and the United States for a publicity visit and became the first Soviet citizen to be received by a U.S. president when Franklin Roosevelt welcomed her to the White House. Pavlochenko was later invited by Eleanor Roosevelt to tour America relating her experiences. Now before you move to number 1, for more videos like this one, click the subscribe button. And if you haven't watched part 1 yet, click here. Number 1. Simo Häyhä. Nicknamed White Death by the Red Army, Finnish marksman Simo Häyhä used a modified Mauser McGant in the Winter War to achieve the highest recorded number of confirmed sniper kills in any major war, 505. During the Winter War, 1939 to 1940, between Finland and the Soviet Union, Häyhä served as a sniper for the Finnish Army against the Red Army. During the Battle of Calais, Heha accomplished his feat in less than 100 days, well in temperatures of minus 40 degrees and dressed completely in white camouflage. Heha averaged just over 5 kills per day at a time of year with very few daylight hours. He was known to keep snow in his mouth while sniping to reduce steamy breath, which would give away his position in the cold air. However, on March 6, 1940, Heha was shot in his lower left jaw by a Russian soldier. He was picked up by a fellow soldier who said half his cheek was missing. He did not die. He regained consciousness on March 13th, the day peace was declared. He lived quietly until 2002. Bonus: Vasily Yatsev. He took part in one of the most iconic sniper battles of all time, the Battle of Stalingrad. During that battle, Yatsev racked up 255 of his 400-plus confirmed kills. This included the killing of 11 enemy snipers, which earned him the lasting acclaim. Many Yatsev's kills are credited at distance of greater than 1,000 meters. He often used a standard Mosin-Nagant rifle during battle. For his service, Yatsev was awarded the Hero of Soviet Union Award, as well as the 4 Orders of Lenin Award.